Hello everyone, we're at Fort Meade Outdoor Recreation Park down in beautiful Fort Meade underneath the shade trees. As you can see, it's going to be a hot day today, but thankfully we've got a nice area to work out of. Today we're going to be working on satellite communications as our tech piece for our technicians and above. Also, you're going to see lots of HF radios that have been brought out and people are testing their systems out. So also, we're going to feature a new radio, a new HF radio has come out that has set the internet on fire. So sit back and enjoy the video.
First phone system, satellite system, came in a freaking box.
Let's see, SO50 is coming from the southwest. So that's...
Look at the name of this park. Hell Trail State Trail. Hell Trail State Trail. It's not even in, I don't know what country that is. He was trying to get it. Yeah. Smells like salt all the way.
Good morning, everybody. This is Jim, KQ Ford KJV. I'm running a Xiegu G90 on 20 meters. I already had a good contact in Oklahoma this morning. And I got my POTA SOTA 150 antenna, which I got at Ham Radio Outlet out there in the yard with a ribbon cable counterpoise, and seems to be doing a pretty good job. And I use the POTA Flex 7 coax to run out there. And I run it on a Bio-NO 15 amp hour battery in the case here with external connections and an external environment voltmeter and an external circuit breaker switch. So that's my setup, and we're here in Fort Meade today, having a good time.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
All right, so what we've got here is a Yaesu FT891 mounted in a Go box.
Oh, I know what's wrong with it, Tim.
It's got a MAT tuner, the MAT 30 automatic tuner, and just for a quick setup today, decided to use a 40 meter ham stick. Got from a friend here recently, and so just a real quick setup out in the field for the Yaesu FT891.
Yeah, that's good. I'm glad it's pricey because I just ordered a new one. That's what I'm saying. Last year,
Yeah, this is Dan, W5 DBH. I got a long wire, 49-1 up in the trees on 20 meters. And I've been popping around, but there's too much contesting going on 20, so I've been bumping around to 17 and 15, and now I'm going to go down on 12 and see if there's anything down there. Whiskey 5, Delta Bravo Hotel. Whiskey 5, Delta Bravo Hotel. Calling CQ.
Good morning. My name's Tommy Cloud, KQ4YPX. And today I got a couple of handhelds. I got my Yaesu and my GD88 DMR radio. I'm also using my G90. Right now it's on 10 meters. I'm not having much luck on 10 meters. So I may switch over to 20 meters. And I had this working before, but I was running some WinLink off of my very first HT radio, so I might as well repurpose it. But I can't quite figure out what I'm doing wrong, but we'll get to it.
All right, great. What are you running for an antenna for 10 meters?
10 meters, I've got a mag mount on the top of my truck and just screwed in a ham stick.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Charlie. I'm running an ICOM IC718. I've got a LDG auto tuner connected with it.
You're on 20 meters?
And I'm on 20 meters right now, and I've got a super antenna.
LiPo battery?
Yep.
Oh, a super antenna, that's the MP1.
I'm not sure what the number is on it.
Running the magic carpet, and you have,
I've got both,
okay.
both the radios and the screen.
Oh, it's the MP1C, okay. Oh, very nice.
And SWR is relatively low at this point over the full band, well less than 1.5.
Very good. Well, thank you very much, Charlie, and good luck. And
Well, I'm trying to make my first HF contact.
All right. Well, let's go. For
Check
it.
back
All right.
later.
Okay, sounds good.
It's too small for me. Quality City with 100 million people.
Doing a wires X out here at the park too,
We've got only 3,400,000.
with Tim KN4 ITR.
County's up to 6 or 7 million now, but yeah. Carolina, QSL.
I like this location.
Okay, very good. Beautiful. We'll be heading back up there into the Midwestern part of the state here.
Obviously, somebody else in the park is on 20 meters.
Yeah, that would be Jim. I keep hearing KJV.
Norway, X-ray 9 Tango, US 6883.
Whiskey 4, Juliet, Foxtrot, Sierra.
Kilo Fox 0, I think.
Hey, get you, we're all going to jump up and celebrate.
Yeah, I've been waiting to get him. He's in North Carolina.
North Carolina. QSL, right signal coming from Missouri. Good strong audio as well. Thanks for the call and thanks for hunting today. 73. WA9POQ, Whiskey Alpha 9, Papa Oscar, Quebec. That's your Edwin. You're 5 and 9 down here today, QSL. Very good. Thanks for the call from Florida.
You hear the difference in the tone?
Barely. My ears
Nope.
aren't the greatest. I've been waiting to get that North Carolina station.
You have any luck over there?
Bigger thing than I
W4KSY, this is Kilo Charlie 4, Alpha Lima Echo, Echo Lima 97.
Is that app pretty real time?
Yeah. When it's right above you, it's really booking.
And that the circle, that's the footprint of the satellite. Is that right?
Yeah. Tell you actually get it. There we go.
I'm pointed right at it. Kilo Charlie 4, Alpha Lima Echo, Echo Lima 97.
All right, Charlie, KO4 ZFT. Charlie made his first
20 meter contact.
20 meter contact. And who was it with?
K4ACJ in South Carolina on 14.286.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Nice work, Charlie.
Thank you.
Well, I'll say good morning to everybody. Hope everybody's enjoying the video today. And if you've not been to one of our QRPs, by all means, you should plan to come to one. They're scheduled normally the last Saturday of the month. You can go to the LWRA website at lwra.us, and right there on the widget section, you will see the poster for this month's QRP, and we move it around to different places so that way you can see it. And we always look forward to putting these on. Well, today I'm bringing out I've just decided to bring out the zBitx 6100. Don't use this radio as often as I should. But let me turn this up. But today I brought this out. I'm going to give a little tour on the various products by HF Signals. They are the developers of the zBitx radio, which I will show you last, but I'm going to mention first. It was the first amateur radio transceiver, QRP, that you could actually experiment with. And you didn't do any soldering, you just bought the boards, put them together, and put them in either their case or you could put them in your own case. And it was the first radio that a ham could truly experiment with. Then they came out with the zBitx radio, which I'll discuss second. Now this is the latest creation called the zBitx, and I'm going to open. You can tell first how well packaged it is. They put a plastic liner around it, so that way if it goes on your porch and it rains, well, you won't get soggy. But it's shipped by DHL, and from the moment they ship it, in 48 hours, it's sitting on your front porch. I mean, I'm amazed. Let's open the box up. I tried to put everything back in.
Where are they shipping from?
From Hyderabad, India. It's in the central part of India. It goes to the south part of India to DHL's facility, and then flies across the pond into the west coast of the United States, and then winds up here by way of Cincinnati. Now, when you open up the box, you can see here they include you I'm just showing you what I got. There's your bill. They also include, which I think is really...
The bill. How much did the radio
It's $169 plus shipping. Currently, right now, it's $197, as they used to say, on the rim and out the door. And they include a little card that comes in the box. We hope you're happy with this. And which I find interesting, they give a test report where they actually did a spectrum analysis. They did various tests on the receiver and the transmitter, voltage checks and everything. It's a good method of quality assurance. And Russ will include in the video pictures of the ladies in India, and the radio is designed by a gentleman by the name of Asher Farhan, V-U-2-E-S-E, and in his village of Hyderabad, I think I'm saying it right. He has ladies in his village that come and work for him and wind the toroids and do the soldering. And Russ again will include pictures of two of them doing the work. And this provides, actually, it's a very nice thing that hams across the world provide these ladies income they might not have otherwise. They're putting radios together, doing soldering, and again, you're really going to enjoy the pictures when you see it. They're putting together radios for hams all over the world, which I think is... Okay, somebody on there. Now you see here, notice how well packaged this is, so you don't get it damaged. I'll just see it. Okay. Now we'll pull this piece out. There's the radio. And we're going to pull the radio out like this. If I can get it out. You can see here that you will notice there's no on-off switch. When you put the batteries in this, they're 18650 lithium-ion batteries. Now, when you buy this radio, you're going to want to get for yourself. I'm going to move this over here. I bought this on Amazon. You're going to want to get yourself a battery charger, and two, because they can't ship the radio with batteries in it because of the, and there it went on the ground naturally. Flying regulations, and Russ is bending down to get it. And thank you kindly. That's the batteries I happen to buy. I just put them in a charger so you can see them. These are 9900 milliampere hour or 9.9 amp hour, 3.7 volt, 18650 lithium ion batteries. They're about twice the size, a little bit longer and a little bit thicker than a AA battery would be.
They're very common batteries.
And they are very, and I didn't realize how common they were until I bought this radio. And so get yourself a charger that will work off USB-C, and you will thank yourself for it. Now Russ is doing a video. That's with the battery. The battery holder is on the outside, and you can see the cable going from the battery holder, and it plugs into the DC power jack.
And there's a USB.
And yes, there is.
HDMI.
Okay, USB, that is for you to plug in an external mouse, which, by the way, in the box, they provide you a USB micro to USB full size. I'm trying to get it out and show it to you. Again, I packaged this all up so you can actually see it in the package. This is the little adapter right here they give you. Man, I just dropped it. I am so clumsy. Ah! And there is, well, get the hair off of it. There is the little adapter they supply you. because in a minute I'm going to tell you why they supply that. They also supply as well a USB micro to a standard USB cord as well to make it, and also they supply you a stylus to operate on the screen. Isn't that pretty neat? They thought about a lot of stuff when they really put this radio together. Now, let's put the batteries in it. Now, when you and the owner's manual, you can download online. It's about 28 pages, and it is very well written. They did a really good job. They give you instructions on how to set it up upon initial setup and how to use the various modes of operation in it. What's nice about this radio is that it will do FT8 out of the box with no external computer. Now I'm going to put the batteries in it. What I've learned with this is a tip that I will, and you could do your own experiment. I always unplug the DC power plug first. Put the batteries in. Watch your polarity as you put them in. Okay, let me pull that out. There you go. You see the polarity is etched into the case, and the holder is actually screwed onto the case on the outside. Okay, let's put the batteries in. Okay, now we're gonna, you can put your, hopefully you'll be able to see this out in the sun. Now we're powering it up. It might be a little hard to see out here in the sun. Now it takes it a moment to boot up. There we go, he's trying to do it where you can see it. Now the Raspberry Pi is booting up right now. Now if you used the HDMI, there's an HDMI port of this one. It's a mini HDMI port. Use an adapter and use that little USB adapter. You can plug in a keyboard and an external monitor if you wanted to. But the idea of this is, and I'm going to plug up the antenna to it now, and we'll put it on, let it run on FT8 here. I've already got it preset for FT8, and here we go. And now use the little stylus here.
Yeah, the screen is a little hard.
It's hard to see out here in the daylight, and we may have to do another video in the inside where they can actually see it. Okay, let's go audio here. Okay, it's already decoding. Okay, I didn't have the, I'm sorry, I didn't do this right. You got to go to here, and now I can turn the audio up and let her back. Notice it's copying. It's copying FT8 right now. I've not played with this in Transmit, but what you have to do when you get it, and they give you instructions in the manual how to do this. You plug into the HDMI monitor port. You have to use an adapter into your HDMI monitor. You plug in that little USB adapter I just showed you, and they give you one in the box, which I think is really, really nice. That little USB full size to USB micro adapter into the back, and plug in your keyboard and mouse. And what you have to do, and they tell you again in the manual how to do this, you go in there and you make the Raspberry Pi connect to your wireless access point. But you just go in there, connect to your access point, and the zBitx will sync itself with an MPT time server for you automatically. And so it'll sync the time up, so that way you will have the correct time, and then you can do FT8. You can see it's decoding right now. You see the pan adapter view. It shows you the text on the other side. Now, it will do other digital modes as well. I've not had a chance to explore those. It will do upper and lower sideband, CW. It has macros built in to do CW, and I believe decoding as well. You can hear the FT8 running in the background, and now it's decoding right there on the screen. And it has a built-in microphone, so if you want to do single sideband, you don't have to have an external mic, but you can use one if you wish to. The one in the zBitx radio will actually fit this radio. But they've had issues with external mics with low audio that they haven't quite got there yet. These radios were designed with the experimenter in mind. Now, an appliance operator can take it out of the box and get it to work with a minimum of effort. But they really, even Ferran said this, we designed all our radios with the experimenter in mind, with the tinkerer in mind. In other words, you can play with it. All the source code is published. You can load whatever you want into Raspberry Pi. I was playing with it a little bit last night. It's quite neat. It's very similar to the zBitx. A lot of the software was from the zBitx, as a matter of fact. And speaking of that, let's get the zBitx out now, and we'll show you that one. Now, this I've had for a couple of years. Now, the boxes they have today are to better, but even this, you know, it was well packaged. If you can see when mine come, look at all the foam they pack it with. They intend to pack it very well so you get it without the screen broken. Now, the zBitx, you could buy it, just the RF board. You could buy the RF board and case. You could buy the RF board case and the LCD screen. You could buy it with a Raspberry Pi or fully assembled. However way you want it, you check off what you want when you order it. I ordered mine with a case, with the RF board, and without the and with the LCD screen, and without the Raspberry Pi, because I had one. But I think altogether it's like $4.99 with everything. But you can order the RF board like $200.
Definitely considerably bigger than the Z.
Yes, and the zBitx is designed. The original version. This is look at the serial number on mine. Mine was number 62. Mine was one of the first of the version 2s. Now, I'll tell you up front, they had problems with the finals in the version 2, and Gordon Gibby at TechCon over the last 2 years has talked extensively about this. You can go back and look at his programs on the zBitx radio. They're very informative. What they found was that the finals, that the way they designed the final circuit, that when they would unkey, you'd have VHF, UHF parasitic oscillation. And that oscillation would exceed the drain to source maximum voltage of the MOSFET final and would pop it. So they put in some clamping diodes, put in some caps in there, and they changed finals as well and have eliminated that problem. Version 3 and 4 will not have that issue. So if you have a version 2, and matter of fact, I asked Gordon, I said, should I get a version 3 board? He said, no, just fix yours, it'll be a version 3. So, and the later versions are only 25 watts. This one they rated for 40, but now I understand why they cut that back.
And on the smaller zBitx, it's all contained. It does have.
Yes, it does.
What's the power output?
5 watts.
5 watts.
And this one I'm just going to power up on my battery briefly so you can actually see it boot up. And here we go. And we'll start that up. It has FL Digi. Now I think the zBitx has that in it too. FL Digi for other digital modes, and has WSJT. And there is, okay, let's minimize that. I have still yet to play with this radio. There's so many features in it. There is your main panel. I should put it on 20 meters too as well. Let's change to, here we go, 20. There we are. And I think I'm in the lower sideband. No, I'm in CW mode. There's, let's go up to the voice part of the band. It's not a bad little radio, and the nice thing is this is an experimenter radio. You can play with it, modify the hardware, which most hams don't, or the software's where you really play. And this is the zBitx radio. And again, it was designed for experimenters. The zBitx, I believe, fully assembled is, if you buy a completely assembled, is $4.99. That I may be outdated on that figure. I bought mine for $2.99, but I didn't get the Raspberry Pi. I bought mine with the you can buy this without the 7-inch screen, or without the case, just buy the board if you want to put it in something custom. In the end, it was designed for experimenters.
And how long has the new zBitx been out?
It's just been out since the first edition came out last year. The next batch started coming out in February. So I'm part of the first of the new batch. And I'm excited to play with that radio. And let me turn this down so we can...
Gerald, thanks a lot.
I'll show you one more thing, and now I'm going to... There we go. I had a wrong control. This is the original zBitx. And notice how well they packaged it. This one was from 2 years ago. I bought this about 1.5 years ago. They again package it so if it goes on your porch and rains, it won't get soaking wet. This radio is the original zBitx. I did this in reverse order. And by the way, on the HF Signal site is the source code, schematics, and on their bit, and they have a Groups IO page called BitX20, because they originally developed monoband transceivers. But it's all documented on there, and on GitHub is all their source code. Now, when you open the box up, you can see here that I like how they package this. They label all the boxes. Here's your hardware for your mic and accessories. I guess close that up. And this is the display, the Arduino board. You can see it right there. Comes all in it. And in this, and you can see, and now I didn't buy the case. I wished I had, but I think the radio without the case is like $160. With the case is $209. A lot of hams online. This is the main board here for the zBitx 6. And I'm going to try to, let's see if I can go ahead and open it so you can actually see it. Ah, there it is. There's your main board. QRP 5 watt. But this is the one you really can experiment with the hardware hams. If you go online, look at videos of the zBitx, these radios are almost as unique as fingerprints. Everybody has done their own implementation of it. So if you say, I can't build, these radios were designed for the guy that wants to experiment, and you don't want to mess with your ICOM, Kenwood, or Yaesu. You say, I got my Kenwood and Yaesu, that's fine, you don't want to mess with those. But this one you can play with, and I left all these in original boxes so you could see them as they were unpacked. This allows you to experiment without messing up your main radios. Yep.
Online and available.
100. Yes, you do. And now they are shipping. I didn't check in the last day or two, but they are. But what happened? You're going to laugh at this. When they did the original version of the zBitx, you go online, you order. It will be shipped by DHL. Any of their radios are shipped by DHL, and once they ship, it's usually 48 hours from the time it leaves Hyderabad, India, to the time it gets here. And I am amazed they can get it here in 48 hours. It goes down to the southern part of India to their DHL's terminal. It winds up in Cincinnati, then goes to Orlando, then here. That's how it travels half. And what I really like about these radios is the ladies in this village, they put them together for you, and it provides them an income. And you can see in the pictures he's going to show you, the lady had her traditional dress on, and here she was with a soldering iron, soldering, working on putting one together for you. So I guess like Walmart, they say on their bread, baked with love. In this case, HF Signals could say your radio is made with love.
Thank you very much, Daryl.
All right. Thank you kindly. And 73.
So, when Kyle is not working satellites, he's working the most important piece of equipment here at the QRP, and that would be the grill for the big dogs on the porch grill. He's got some brats on there now. He's going to put some burgers on, some hamburgers. Once again, thanks for being part of the team on that, Kyle. Everybody appreciates it. And nice work with the satellites today.
Yeah, thanks.